Gaming isn't in my future anymore. The only reason I kept that other PlayStation was for the Blu-ray player to watch movies, and that's all I used it for. Things would be a smite different if I'd have found War Thunder sooner. Everything about you. I see him. Ah. Oh no, I didn't need to do that. Think I gave myself a couple freebies. I got to do some jumping jacks for that. You goddamn right I sleep in this. No. You know we can't take our jammies off. Yeah, I ain't got nothing on underneath either. Yup, fine. So kind. About to tell this world it's your mind. I chew my nails down, I throw it on my thumbs. Dang it! Why am I playing so bad? I give myself 3 crashes a day, and I gotta start trying to get my stamina back a bit. It's okay, Bubba. It's okay. He said, Daddy's getting frustrated. He needs a hug. It's okay, bud. Good to see you, Tack. Hoorah, brother. Getting all the vets in here today. Ooh. Feels good. I'm about to love you like a love should. You're fine. So kind. That's your mind. Okay, get down, buddy. I give myself 3 crashes a day, and then I gotta start trying. We'll see if I can work through some of the aches and pains and maybe work it out. But eventually maybe I'll do some planks or something if jumping jacks start to hurt. But I'd like to get to doing, I used to do push-ups every morning, but especially with how weak I just can't, it's that bad, like crazy. It's a lot of muscle atrophy, but man. Oh, happy. All right, jumping jacks it is. You're in a tough spot here too, bud, but you got this. I hope you're having a good one, Tack. Happy hump day. Cream corn. Big Daddy Tack. Okay, watch out, booger. Watch out. Oh my goodness. It's been like almost a week since I've had to do jumping jacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh! It actually felt kind of good. A little bit. Can't be crashing. Never gonna get it done if we're crashing. Maybe once I finally get the rudder cam in or something like that, I'll start doing planks. Those would probably be better for me to start with. But I have no way for you guys to see me do it, so I could just step off camera if I wanted to and be like, oh, this is tough. Pseudo, you haven't been... Are you kidding me right now? You haven't been following me this time? You. You haven't even been covering me very well. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Follows mean a ton, man. They really do. Yeah, we try to do this every day, man. We try to hang out every day, make this as painless as possible. Even when you're having a good day, this game can be brutal. And I know this BR is probably a little rough. To be honest, if you guys want to step down and do like 11-0 or something, I could fly the Fox Bat. I don't have too much else. I do still want to stay in something like this. If we get down too low, the battles drag out, and I don't know. But tomorrow, when we finish the mark, again, if you guys want to play and grind out some of the other countries and do some more props and stuff like that, once the mark is done, that's what I plan to do. So I'll do probably a little bit more Russia, try to finish out that MiG-23, but then I do want to do some props. We still have squadron battles tonight. We'll try and do them the rest of the week. I don't know how many we'll do, but that's at 6.0. So I want to do that a little bit to practice, not only grind but also practice a little bit. Hey, I'm down to jump in the Rafale. I haven't flown the Rafale in almost a week. No, Rafale pilots are cheaters. I don't have a Rafale. It is worth the grind. It is worth the grind, but it's not quite all it's cracked up to be. It's not the mythical like unicorn out there that there really is no best plane in the game as far as I'm concerned. Especially as they continually update things and they are always making pretty major changes that really do affect like, okay, now this plane's better. Oh, okay, now this plane's a little like it's always changing. You are still in there. I'm looking for you. I thought I saw the light. There it is. Blinded by the light. Raph was 100% the first top tier jet. Yes, as soon as I kind of finished out the US, I started branching out, and about the time I got to the F100, like I was doing 5 battles in Germany, 5 battles in Russia, 5 battles in Great Britain, 5 battles in France, and about the time I got to the F100, it was like, oh, I can see it. It's right there. And oh, the grind just took over, and it was like all France. The Rafale's right there. That was the one I wanted the most after the F-15s and F-18s and stuff like that. Because at the time that I started that grind, the Rafale really was the best plane in the game. Since then, and that was about a year ago, a little less, give it 2 months, they did some kind of a nerf on it, didn't they? Where they did something to the Rafale and they made it significantly worse than it was. And I remembered being a little bummed about it, but I was like, oh, it's still going to be awesome. And it is, but it is made of paper. It definitely has its drawbacks. To be fully honest with anybody out there that's like, oh, should I? Yes, grind for it. But I would, right now, Russia really does get an Su-30, whatever your closest one is, whether it be China, Japan, Russia. I don't see them really significantly nerfing that plane or changing it to BR in any way until well after the next major update. You know, they're just kind of rigging it in with those right now. Maybe people will complain enough and they'll do something before then. Because like I said, 20, when you've got 10 and 10 on each side, that's crazy. That really is crazy. And maybe people will complain and maybe they'll do something. I don't know, but I would think that they will probably do something about the Terminator before they do anything about the Su-30. I assume that BR change will come before. I think we were kind of just teasing. I tried top tier earlier. I played the Super Hornet for almost 5 battles, and I got spammed. Super spammed. So you say, yeah. It ain't my car. It ain't my bitch. Yo. Out of my way. Shane, you're funny. The C5, let's see here. Oh my goodness, sorry, man. Always been my love. Yeah, I really wanted, that's what well, the Gripen I want a little more, but I really, the Eurofighter Gripen, very close. The German Euro is my OG. Yeah, that thing is pretty sick. That's the one I was chasing at the German line right now. I still fly it tons, even though I don't do very well with the C5s either. I carry 4 of them on the Super Hornet, and I carry 2 of them on the Sea Late, and I literally shoot them from like 50 kilometers out purely in defense, just to get the other guy to turn first, and that's it. I don't expect them to hit. They literally fire them as like a long range flare. They're supposed to. They're supposed to be better long range, and they're supposed to be. All 3 of those missiles are supposed to be like a layer cake, right? You got your long range, medium range, and for a while the A's were my favorite, especially on the F-16C. I felt like I could really do some damage at close range with those, from like 15 kilometers in. I felt like I was really comfortable with them, but not so much anymore. The game's changed a lot too since then, but it seems like all 3 of them are almost the same now. Oh, puppy, I'm sorry, bud. Puppy doggy's begging. Yeah, yep. No, so the only like pass I'll give, and it really goes for all the missiles, not just the C5 and just kind of Fox 3s in general. You do have to take into account that, right? You shoot a missile at somebody, particularly at long range, they usually immediately start defending. So a lot of times we get kind of pissed at these missiles, like, oh, it didn't track, or didn't, it doesn't reach out to long range. Well, the guy you're shooting at's trying not to die too. So sometimes I do have to remind myself, okay, like, he's defending too. It's not like you're shooting at a bot. But that said, the C5, the 120s in generally just way underperformed. They're so slow. So slow. And I'm even okay. I've said this multiple times. I'm okay with them being the 3rd best missile in the game. But the gap is just way too big. Way too big. The US is the most powerful air on the planet. And it's by far the 3rd best. Come on. That's a slap in the face for sure. Stumbling out of bars. Can't get enough. The tattoo inside my brain. I was just going to get to that about the D's. This song comes on, dang you. So, like, it's cool. I'm happy they're bringing the D's and another cool F-18 and all that. But how BS was the wording in that article they put out. Oh, and the